Hej och kanske då till den kanal och idag så kör vi Tour de France och det är avsnitt 19 och vi leder än så länge för att vi har kört en tävling och det var tack vare den här sprinten så ni fick se förra avsnittet i förrgår. Ja, jag hoppas ni tycker om detta. Men det är ju jag i alla fall.
The first intermediate sprint of the day will soon be fought
Okej,
out.
vi får inga
The
poäng på
winner
det.
will pocket 20 points
vi gör
towards
inget.
the green jersey.
Ja. Ingenting.
The gap is decreasing. The
Ja,
peloton
perfekt.
is not given
Kör
up.
bara, kör.
You must constantly try to shelter from the wind so as not to consume energy.
Ja.
This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race.
Yes.
The break is still not done. It's difficult to escape today.
Så. Nej, Philipsen håller på att dö.
The
Inte
riders are
bra.
approaching the feed zone. They'll then reach the only classified climb before the finishing line.
Så.
The second intermediate sprint is approaching. The winner
Kom igen,
will
Philipsen.
pocket 20
Ta detta.
points in the green jersey classification. Last time check with the breakaway. 1 minute.
Du orkar inte.
The riders up front still have something left. They're upping the pace to try to hold out till the end.
Men vad händer då? Ingenting.
30 seconds lead for the head of the race.
Vid van Art.
We'll have to keep something in reserve if we want to get away in the final kilometers.
Så ja. Vi är snart framme.
Less than 20 kilometers left for the group at the front. Breakaway over. The front of the race passes the 10-kilometer marker. Another 4 kilometers before starting the final climb.
Så. Vi tar oss förbi här.
It's good. You're back on top of the overall youth standing.
Så. Det är bara att ta. Låta den gå ner igen. Så tar vi det här. Tar vi lite dricka. Så ja, här kommer Jörgesson. Norsken. Tror att han är. Inte jag säker, men jag tror att han är norsk.
He's trying to get out. Watch out!
Vem? Han? Nej. Det är dela Cruz. Som jag slog sist. Det här är
Only 2
helt avgörande.
kilometers left.
Kom igen då. Nej. Nu kommer Woods här också. Han är helt slut.
The red pennant is in sight. Another kilometer of climbing for the front of the race.
Nu kör vi. Nu kör vi.
Teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer.
Nej, jag vet. Men nu kör vi upp här. Nej.
Watch out. You'll soon have no more energy for an attack.
Det gör inget. För jag går vidare. Och vi ser.
To the summit of the Mont Ventoux is a momentous occasion for any
Och där är vi tillbaka.
climber. Therefore, it won't be surprising to see their teams taking on the chase behind the breakaway riders. 1 minute for the breakaway. It's looking good.
Philipsson på
The
dö
time gap between the
konstant.
peloton and the escapees is stationary.
Så gör vi så här. Ge han dricka.
The front of the race is 2 kilometers from the summit.
Ge tillbaka det här till honom.
Tempo is increasing at the head of the race.
Yes.
The breakaway riders will try and manage the time gap.
The gap isn't changing much.
Kan jag så här. Gör så.
When going downhill, the aerodynamic position is useful to increase speed without expending energy.
The breakaway is increasing its lead over the yellow jersey. But there's no worry as it contains no big guns for the overall standings.
Men jag vet.
The first riders have reached the intermediate sprint.
Så ja.
The gap with the yellow jersey is melting away. The
Perfekt.
escapees will have
Vi
difficulties
gick
going all
förbi
the
den
way
precis
to
va?
the finish.
Yes. Bernard. Så ja.
The pass is a first category climb. The riders can score 10, 8, 6, 4, 2 and 1 points towards the mountains
Perfekt
classification.
uppe nu uppe.
The second intermediate sprint
Det är ingen
today
grön här
will be
framme.
fought out in Seoul. The ascent of the Ventoux will begin less than 2 kilometers after that. The ascent of the Giant of Provence is now underway for the front of the race. The climb along the eastern flank is longer,
Så.
but it's also less steep, with an average gradient of about 5%. The riders will only hit percentages over 7% after reaching the Chalet Reynard.
Perfekt. Nu är vi på väg upp här.
The winner of the stage will score 10 points towards the best climber classification, as it's a first category finish.
Nu åker de.
I want you to ride in his tracks. He's dangerous for the overall standing.
Så. Nej.
He's being left behind.
Då får vi öka här lite
The
då.
overall standing.
At 3 kilometers from the finish, there are still several potential stage winners.
Som du ser så försöker man ju ta ikapp det där. Nu är det bara pam.
The riders up front have a 1-minute lead on the favourites group. The yellow jersey group is 1 minute from the head of the race.
Nu ska vi vara förbi här.
The gap between the favourites group and the front is 30 seconds.
Perfekt.
Less than 2 kilometers from the finish.
Jag ser ju dem.
Try to manage things so don't blow up before the line.
Vad gjorde jag tror du?
But they'll have to watch out for the wind that could lead to borges.
Yes, sir.
The peloton has caught up. There's no more escapees.
No more escapees.
The breakaway has 30 seconds lead. The peloton has caught up.
Kör man bara hårt.
1.5 minutes for the breakaway. It might just work.
Kör man. Nu pokar de här med igen. That would be me god.
Well, on flat stages, that's not where you see the most drama.
Yes, och
You
nu
can
börjar
accelerate
tävlingen
forward if you
mot
think
dem.
that nothing important will happen. You're coming up to an exposed zone. It's too
Va,
far
är jag
from the finish to attempt
exposad
a
här nu?
border, but you never know. It's best to be up front.
Jädrar. De är 6 minuter
You
framför.
must constantly try to shelter from the wind so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race.
The breakaway is losing ground.
Watch out, guys. After Shadow
Det är bra, Philipsen fick poäng.
4 and the intermediate sprint, you'll be coming up to another exposed zone. It's a bit too early to attempt a bordure, but stay alert.
Yes, stay alert. Kommer han 2 gånger
The
till.
riders will soon be completing the first lap. They'll be able to see the finishing line without being able to cross it, because they turned just before to set off on the final 83 kilometers. The breakaway is losing ground.
Jag undrar om det var
Breakaway
högre.
is upping the tempo at the head of the race. It doesn't intend to be caught up that easily.
Nej,
The gap is decreasing, guys. The peloton
Right.
should be there for the stage win.
perfekt. Kör.
Looks like the breakaway still has some gas left. It's still able to
Gasolina.
widen the gap. The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton. Last time checked with the breakaway, 1 minute.
Här drar de ifrån lite. Vi kommer ikapp igen. Ja. Så ja.
Guys, the intermediate sprint is approaching, but there could be borders just afterwards. Straight for the border.
Det är bra, jag tog Philipsens poäng där.
You have 30 seconds on the peloton. The last 10 kilometers. We are heading for a grouped finish. Try to take
Perfect.
points for the green jersey.
Only 3 kilometers left. It's a bunched peloton that will fight it out for victory.
Där framme, precis där framme när bilen är snart. Det är målet. De här ser ut som jädra idioter. Jag ställer mig framför.
The red pennant is in sight for the front of the race.
Jag har lite att gå på. Jag har lite att gå på. Och där vinner jag ändå.
To the element.
Och där är vi tillbaka.
That could result in some leaders being absent at the finish.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
The only climb of the day is classified as 4th category. There will be only 1 point to be earned towards the mountain standings.
Perfekt.
When you have a very good sprinter in the team, it makes sense to stick with a breakaway in order to favor a mass sprint and vie for the stage win. Unless, of course, a rider from the team is present in the breakaway.
Alltså, det är ganska enkelt här. Vi har 2 bra i laget på sprint.
The gap is increasing. We don't need to ride for now. There's nobody dangerous for us in the breakaway.
Time difference between the peloton and the breakaway is steady.
Och just det, jag som
The
leder
breakaway is losing ground.
Fish in sprint with Josef Philipsen.
We're approaching the halfway stage, and the riders are readying themselves for the first intermediate sprint.
Vinegård är framme. Oj. Ingen vill ta den? Okej, då tar jag den. Så ja.
Watch out. You're not going to be able to attack for much longer. The gap is increasing. We don't need to ride for now. There's nobody dangerous for us in
Då
the
tar vi
breakaway.
tillbaka de där poängen som vi förlorade.
The breakaway is losing ground.
Perfekt. Och vi är nere på... Vi är nere 50.
The peloton should be there for the stage win.
Vi är nere 40.
The riders up front still have something left. They're upping the pace to try to hold out till the end.
Yes. Här kommer jag, Peterson. Jag glömde om att vi är ju lite efter.
Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint.
Yes, men jag försöker bara ta den poängen. Så jag kom 3, 12, 15 poäng. Det är
Less than
bara...
20 kilometers left for the group at the front. 15 kilometers from the finish for the group at the front. The riders are all back together. Everything will be played out in the final kilometers.
Just 5 more kilometers. Get ready to sprint. We must win to secure the green jersey.
Yes. Tackar. Peterson där nere, han kommer
The
han
red
kommer inte.
pennant is in sight for the front of the race. Last kilometer.
Så ja! No. Man kan tro att målet är här, men det är det ju inte. Här kommer han! Och nu är vi tillbaka här då.
Guys, the final stretch is a bit strange. Once you're at Saint-Amand-Montrond, there'll be 4 laps to do before the finishing line. But all the laps aren't the same. I'll give you the details when we get there.
The peloton has caught up. There's no more escapees. The peloton has just joined up with the breakaway.
Så ja.
The
Tar vi
peloton
ner
has
dem
caught
igen.
up.
Nu kan folket
Still
se.
no breakaway? Is nobody interested in the combative rider award today?
Nej, sådär. Så ja. Hitchi! Här har vi det. Men det Pool tror att han är bra och duktig.
He's got his team riding because he's a favorite for the stage.
Ah!
Get rid of him. You're coming to an exposed zone, guys, and the wind has picked up since the start. Watch out for attempts at borders. Stay up front.
Ja. Så.
You must constantly try to shelter from the wind so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race.
Jädrar, han tappar. Jädrar. Vi. No. Perfekt, då är det bara att dra ner.
The riders are approaching the
Clear.
feed zone. The breakaway is losing ground. Last time check with the breakaway, 1 minute.
Yes, men då kör vi så fort som bara.
When you have a very good sprinter in
Ja,
the team,
nu
it
ska vi
makes
inte vara
sense
såna.
to stick with a breakaway in order to favor a mass sprint and vie for the stage win. Unless, of course, A rider from the team is present in the breakaway.
Looks like the breakaway still has some gas left. It's still able to widen the gap. The riders are once again at the foot of the Côte de Groschen. There will be another point that goes towards the mountains classification.
Där är vi uppe. Nu tar vi ner deras tid igen.
You'll return once again to the finishing line to contest the intermediate sprint, guys. However, then you go off on a different lap.
The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton.
Perfect.
The riders are onto the penultimate lap on the route. A lap that's a bit different, but which also includes a 4th category climb.
Ja.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
"30 seconds lead for the head of the race.
Så ja.
The riders are all back together.
Jag tar den,
Everything
tar
will
den.
be played out in the final kilometers.
10 kilometers. This will finish in a mass
Den är onödig. Han är onödig.
sprint. I'm counting on you to win the stage and strengthen our hold on the green jersey.
Där går han ut.
He's in trouble. It's not sure that he'll be there for the sprint.
He's in trouble. Oj, oj,
Teams
oj.
are organising for the final showdown. The sprinters are primed. There will be
Oj, gör vi så.
burning rubber. The red pennant is in sight for the
Det
front
går
of
bra.
the race.
Så ja. Ja, det får vara allt för den här gången. Så prenumerera, kommentera, så syns vi i ett helt nytt avsnitt på min kanal imorgon. Ha det bäst nu. Hej då!